G'day guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all doing well. So today's video is all about Alliance War, but it's going to be highlights from our last season. Although when the next season starts in... Whoops, this screen is the wrong way around. The next season starting in 3 days. So by the time the new season starts, I will probably return to doing videos for every war because it's going to be tier 1. There's a new map, lots of new fights, new champs to fight. So should be very entertaining in our quest to finally finish Masters. If you didn't watch my last video, we did finish, I can't see it here, but we finished first in Platinum 1, so only one spot away from Masters. And I think they put out a post saying they knew like some of the Masters Alliances were piloted, but they didn't punish them, they just like sent them a warning, which is a shame. But I think they're not piloted, they were like shell alliances, but yeah. Hopefully we can finish Masters without having to worry about docs or whatever. Anyway, I've got a bunch of videos lined up to show you guys, so let's get into it. Alright, so the first fight here we've got is a 6-star, I'm pretty sure it was a rank 5 Adam Warlock. This is on path 5 in the second section. I will have all the nodes down there for you guys to see. But this is, yeah, this was Ebb and Flow Intercept. My first time ever fighting Adam Warlock in War. And spoiler, it did go pretty well. Doom is a very safe counter. Clearly, he's great at managing that power gain. Don't really need his buff control for Adam because he doesn't really get too many buffs as a defender. Obviously, he gets a lot of buffs if you're using him offensively. Gets when he gets his unblockable and stuff going. Now here, I probably should have just thrown that special 3 straight away. During the fight, I was just trying to get him more power so he could get into a full Doom cycle. But in hindsight, I thought it's just better to just throw the special 3 straight away and get that long extended aura up. But I'm just trying to get that intercept right before throwing the special 3 so we get the maximum damage. I think pretty much all the fights you'll see today, I am running power boosts just because it is tier 1, and so you pretty much have to fully boost for almost every fight. Although there are some fights where power boosts are overkill. That's definitely not this fight though. So that 3 there does finish him off though. So this fight did not go as well as I thought it would. So this is Hercules, my rank 4 Hercules, against a node 39 Killmonger. So Ebb and Flow Intercept, Crumbling Armor, Mighty Charge, the whole shebang. It really didn't start very well because he trapped me into the corner. I do have a Wags guidance boost on as well, just to help with Mighty Charge. But here, I haven't even gotten intercept yet. He really did not want to go for my intercepts at all. Now here I'm just waiting for the reverb to go down because I did activate it when he had a lot of power. So here I try to go for an intercept there with a light attack, but it didn't work. I hit a heavy attack in the corner, and I finally get that tiny little intercept in there. I let him throw the special 1 so that reverb isn't as powerful. And then I'm able to throw the special 3 just to give me a bit of breathing room. Because this is a really bad start. This is as bad a start as you can get pretty much without dying. And here I hit a special 1. Luckily we've got the indestructible buff from the special 3. And yeah, the protection's back up now, so he basically takes no damage when that protection's up, even with Hercules. So we get an intercept in there before, and I think I do throw a special 3, sorry, the special 2 here. Most of it does hit with the protection down, sorry. But here I'm just more than happy just to finish off the fight without dying, because I think this was our last Hercules fight for the war. By the way, these fights are from all across the season, so I'll tell you if they're from the same war as some other fights, but mostly they're different wars. But he does go down eventually. Now, if you thought that fight was bad, then you got another thing coming, because this was absolutely my worst fight of the season. It's Warlock against Hazard Shift Mantis. I'll just let the fight do the talking, and you'll see why it was so bad. So yeah, it's definitely not my finest hour in war, but I did get it down eventually. But we actually did 0 damage on that fight. And this fight, I think it might have been the same war actually. This is a Node 23 Kindred. First time ever fighting Kindred. It was a rank 5, I think. I'm pretty sure it was a rank 5. And I'm not good at punishing a special 1. And you can see he actually hits us that special 1, which applies that degen. And I did have a good general idea in how to fight Kindred, even though it was my first time fighting him in war. Because I knew I had to punish this special 2. Except I didn't. I had a complete brain fade there. And he does have the that aura thing up that just completely degens us. It's not good. Although being a Hulk, he hasn't taken too much damage. He is halfway down. He throws a special 2 there. I do manage to punish it that time, but here I have to make sure I have a special by the time that final root activates. But unfortunately, we don't quite have enough. He parries us there. And here I'm just so like panicking right now that I don't even think about throwing the special to finish him off. He just completely obliterates us. But I learnt so much from that fight, as you'll see later in the video. Now this fight I was petrified of. This was, I was so scared about this fight. Even though I'd fought Adam Warlock before, this was a Node 54 Adam Warlocks, you know, triple power gain, aspect of evolution. They told me to bring Chavez. Now, Chavez is a really good matchup for this because she can basically reverse the power gain when she gets some negative zones up. However, that's when his power rate is like at base, because when he gains bars of power, aspect of evolution means his power rate does go up. So we can significantly reduce the amount of power he gets, but it's not reversing it like it normally would without aspect of evolution. So we've got a solid start here, but he is gaining a lot of bars of power and throwing a lot of special 1s. So I was very concerned here. They told me to not throw any special 2s, just go for that parry heavy approach. And throw a special 3 if necessary. Unfortunately, we didn't get that parry there, so he hit us with a heavy, used up one of our indestructible charges. We do have a Wags boost on because with that sovereignty buff, you can't parry him, but with the Wags boost, you can passive parry him. You can't just parry, you just can't parry stun him. Here he does a special 2, which was terrible because that means he regens a lot of health. Well, not a lot, but a lot. So yeah, I was really worried here because he gained so much power, and you know, I was worried about the block damage. You can see there the block damage was 1500. So I decided to throw a special 3 here. This will activate all of our dimensions, but there's still half of his health left, and we still have that final stasis pod left to worry about as well. But they told me just to stick with parry heavy, so that's what I did. So he throws a special 1 there. You can see he's really not gaining too much passive power, but our heavy attacks are giving a lot of power. You can see each hit is quite significant. However, this would be much worse if we didn't have those negative zones up, if we were using someone else. So I think it might have been here I decided to go for the special 2. Or might have gone for another special 3. Because I thought at this point, he's got so much attack, so much block penetration, that we're just going to have to finish him off with a special 2. Even though they told me not to throw a special 2. You see the block damage there on a parry is 2300. So we're already halfway down. However, we are doing significant amount of damage. He's only got a quarter of his health left, with the fight is going for a very long time, almost 3 minutes. So there's a stasis pod there, 2500 on the parry there. I do push him to the special 2 there, I probably shouldn't, but I was getting really impatient at this point. So he activates his stasis pod, gains like 15% health almost. The block damage is just ridiculous at this point. So I do decide to go for another special 3. We get the perfect damage boost. And it does get him well, it doesn't get him as much down as down as I wanted to. Still at 19% health, and that did push him to a special 2, so he's just going to regen all that health back. And unfortunately, I didn't dex that last hit, so that did a lot of block damage, almost 3,000 there on the parry. So I think at this point is when I decided to go for the special 2. And so that gets him from 19% down to 1%. It does push us back up to the special 1 though with the power back boost. So very scary fight. All right, now if you thought that was a clutch finish, wait till you see this fight. This fight is bordering on all-time clutch. So this is the same node 54. They placed a Kingpin here. Pretty good placement. As I found out earlier in the season, I actually died to this fight with Warlock. But that was because I forgot to wait for a Wags boost. You really need a Wags boost for this. Just to really lock down Kingpin with these parries. And let the power drain do the work. So obviously the game plan here, because it's aspect of evolution, we do really want to limit the amount of bars of power he gets. You can see he's gaining a lot of power just from our basic attacks because of those I think the rage debuffs do give him extra power gain. And so every time he gains a bar of power, that power gain is just going to make it even greater. So you want to just let the willpower infection draining do the work, and throw a special 3 if absolutely necessary. We don't want to throw a special 2 because most of the time he's just going to struggle with armor breaks and it's not going to do much damage. And also it does have a lot of hits, so it's going to give him a lot of power. So special 3 has the extra mega power drain. However, it does give him a bar of power, so we just want to save those special 3s until we really need them. So I didn't really need to throw special 3 there, but I did want to see like how much damage it did, just for a good general idea. But yeah, we just want to keep letting these rage debuffs do the work for us by letting him drain power. Now here, he does go overpowered there, and I threw the heavy there to apply the bleed debuff, so he always did have a debuff on him. Unfortunately, I missed a parry, so he comboed us to half health, and there I missed another parry, so he comboed us down to 14% health. So yeah, great fight so far. Obviously I'm being sarcastic because this is a terrible position to be in. He's still at half health, and we are with that special 3 at 30% health. So I obviously had to throw that special 3 to get a bit of adrenaline back. So thank the Lord we have adrenaline. I think there might have been a little bit of healing from the special 3 itself. So he does get a little bit of regen, but not too much. Now here, he has gained a lot of bars of power just from those basic attacks hitting me. So you can see the parries, just like that Adam Warlock fight, they're hitting hard. Even though Warlock is a tanky boy, he can only stand up so much to so much attack and block penetration. So Kingpin has a lot of block penetration at the moment. And at this point, I'm thinking I'm screwed. Like, I'm honestly thinking, I'm honestly not sure exactly how I'm going to win this fight. And it got to a point about here where I decided I have to stop parrying. Like, one more parry I can probably do, and then that's it, lights out. So I decided to start throwing special 2s because we are on the clock here with our health. And if it means to give him a few extra bars of power, so be it. I start punishing his special 1s with our heavy attack, so we can actually start bleeding him down. I got the spacing wrong there, so we didn't quite punish him there. That was my last parry. I'm not going to be able to parry anymore. We're at 3% health. That last parry did 2%. So well, theoretically we have one more, but it's not worth the risk. We throw a special 2 there. It didn't quite give him a whole bar of power, which was good. You know, every bar of power does add up. Heavy attack. You see the heavy attacks are giving me a lot of power, or about 80% of a bar of power, I'd say, per heavy attack we give him. We're comboing him down there, and then finish off with a special 1. So right, talk about clutch. But don't worry, these fights won't be as clutch as that one, as the last 2, because this is a bit of a rank 2 Hulk showcase. I am planning on recording a lot of content with my rank 2 Hulk. I do have quite a bit of content lined up to show you guys, because this guy at rank 2 is mental. I think I've got 3 fights here to show you guys, and that will end the video for us today. The first one here is a rank 5 Doom. I think it was, oh no, it might have been a rank 4 Doom on path 2. And Hulk just does not care about Doom's resistances. He can just plow through them. We do have full boosts on, full science boosts. This was one of the wars where we just had to win to try and give us a tiny chance at Masters. So we had to make sure that every little chance we could take to not die was taken, yeah? But Hulk, he's so fun. He does Mystic so well with the Silver Surface energy because that makes him buff immune. So we don't have to worry about any Mystic Dispersion in this fight at all. We do get our Gamma Rage up here. We have to obviously wait till his aura is down before we throw our special. So we throw our special 2 there. It does so much damage even through a Doom that it gets us back to another special 2 to finish him off in just over a minute. And then right after that, we have a rematch with Kindred. So this is a rank 4 Kindred. So it's not a rank 5 like last time, and it also isn't a big mini boss. It's only node 20, I believe. So it's the one with personal space regen and extra recovery, so extra regen. So if you stay close to him, he will regen a lot. Now, naturally you want to stay far away from Kindred, so but obviously he will get some regen as we're comboing into him. I didn't want him to throw a heavy at all in this fight, but he throws 2 at the start to activate his stun immunity. Yeah, so not a great start, but I did a lot more practice between the last time fighting Kindred and this time, that I was able to punish his special 2 very easily there. I don't think he throws any special 1s at all in this fight actually. And I'm not too worried about the regen here, even though it is healing him up a lot, as you can see. I'm planning on just nuking him down as soon as we get our Gamma Rage up. Although our basic attacks, even that 7 Furies here, are doing pretty well. Obviously we are fully boosted up, of course. So we're up to 40 charges there. Obviously once we get to 50 is when he goes crazy mode. And here I'm just waiting for us to get to Gamma Rays before we throw a special, so we can get all those traumas up. But I thought it'd be better, just because he was almost finished, to throw a special 2 to get him down to that final route. I knew that would push us back to another special. Unfortunately, he threw a special first. We do have an indestructible boost lined up, so that didn't do any damage, and we're able to finish him off here with a special 3. So much cleaner Kindred fight this time. I was very happy with myself there. Alright, so last fight for the video, guys. We have a tiny little rank 1 7-star Chavez. I think this was node 39, I'm pretty sure. Mighty Charge, Crumbling Armor, Ebb and Flow Intercept. But with Hulk being buff immune, we don't have too much to worry about. No Mystic Dispersion to worry about. We can just nuke her down. She only has like 190,000 health. Unfortunately, she does parry us there. We had plenty of indestructible boosts because this was the last war of the season, so we pretty much wanted to use them for every fight just to be extra safe. Not that she would have done too much damage. And she hasn't activated any dimensions yet, which is good. She hasn't thrown any heavy attacks. We're trying to get an intercept here, but she doesn't want to go for it. She dexes out of that one. We finally get an intercept there, and boom, lights out. Alright, that's going to do it for me today, guys. Hope you enjoyed all of those fights, especially the ones I played like a potato on. So feel free to terrorize me in the comments if you wish. But yeah, like I said before, I will be doing Alliance War videos for every war of the upcoming season and for future seasons with the new map. It's going to be very cool. And I will have videos of rank 2 Hulk and also rank 2 Chavez, who I've just taken up as well. Looking forward to that. Looking forward to showing you guys what they can do. They're really awesome. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. Hope you enjoy the video, and peace out.